How's it going? Jen Slay here. So I'm going to talk today about self-management. It's part of the emotional intelligence series that we have going on. And basically, emotional intelligence, guys, is your awareness of yourself, your awareness of the people around you, your ability to manage yourself, and your ability to manage your relationships. That's what emotional intelligence is. And when we're really effective at it, then we're likely going to be more effective at life, plain and simple. So today we're going to talk about self-management, how to take care of ourselves, how to be aware of what we do and what we choose not to do as part of our growth. It's part of our growth. It's how we get better, become better versions of ourselves, being aware of what we choose to do and what we choose not to do, right? So, when I was in university, there was a girl, and she was so sweet. She was so nice. She was so kind. She would give you anything. She would do anything for you, for her family, for everyone. She was just wonderful. But when things got difficult, when she was under pressure, and when wasn't getting her way, she became a totally complete other beast, right? She became mean. The things that came out of her mouth were there to cut and to hurt. And it was difficult to know when something was going to trigger her and when she was just going to be cool, right? And to be around people like that is hard. And unfortunately, people like that are not they're not able to manage themselves very well for whatever reason. And it's difficult to be around people like that. We've all known people in leadership roles that you don't know whether they're going to pop or they're going to be calm. Not fun. Not fun to be around. The people that are truly very successful in life, and when I say successful, I'm talking about having good, strong bonds with people, going far within their career to wherever it is that they want to be in their career and being happy within it. That's what I call success, right? Being happy in your life, in your career, with your family, and building those relationships. Being able to self-manage yourself is important. It's really, really important. We have to be aware of our emotions. Now, it's easy to become aware of emotions like anger, right? We know how we act when we're angry, right? We're able to learn to control that. But what about when you're not? What about when you're frustrated or when you're tired or when you're hungry, right? Are you able to manage the way that you come across? Are you able to manage your behaviors at those times? When it's not a huge, big emotion, but just the little ones that can build up and that can impact your day, right? There's a joke in my family on my mother's side where if we become very quiet or very sullen, then we're probably hungry or tired. We revert back to babyhood. Not cute. Not cute when you're 40, 50 years old, right? So you want to be able to manage your behaviors. So I'm going to give you 5 ways to enhance your ability to self-manage. Okay? The first one is to breathe. Breathe. Deep breath in and then out. What you're doing when you do that, when you deep breathe, is that you're allowing your brain to get oxygen to all areas. See, what happens when we breathe is that our brain will send oxygen to the vital organs first, right? So, for example, the other day, my son, we were driving somewhere and he was getting anxious about something. And I said, honey, just breathe, just breathe. So he took a couple deep breaths. He's like, Mommy, that actually worked. Why? And I said to him, well, see, the brain sends oxygen to our body. And if you're anxious and you're breathing shallow, like you're not getting full breath, then the oxygen that the brain is getting, it will send it to the vital areas first. So like your heart and your liver and your kidney, like the lungs, all of those areas will get it first before the rational part of your brain, like the front part of your brain, right? So that you can think clearly and that you can be calm and that you can be patient. So when you deep breathe, then that is your way of getting that oxygen into the brain so that it can send oxygen, the needed oxygen, to that frontal cortex that's going to help you to be able to think rationally and calm. So 1 is breathe. 2 is to be able to manage that inner bully. We've got to learn how to manage our inner critic. That inner critic will prevent us from being able to try new things, from taking risks, from doing things that we've always wanted to do, right? It will talk us out of things. It will make us believe that we're not enough. We have to learn how to manage that voice, that inner critic that we have inside. When we're able to do that, then we are able to try new things and take risks and understand that if we fail, there is no failure because we will learn from the failure, right? So it's really important to be able to manage that inner bully. Listen, we've got over 50,000 thoughts per day. Over 50,000 thoughts per day. The most powerful of those thoughts are the thoughts that we have of ourselves. And so we have to learn how to make sure that we make those thoughts count. Learn how to manage that inner bully. Okay, so that is the second one, to manage the bully. The third one, take care of your basic functions. Make sure to sleep, make sure to eat, and make sure to drink. When you're dehydrated, think of a plant. A plant, when it's dehydrated, the leaves are kind of droopy and it looks sad. But when you fill it up with some water, then the leaves all of a sudden perk up and it looks happy again. Same thing with our brains, right? When we drink enough water, then we are revitalizing ourselves. That brain fog is going away. We need to make sure that we are hydrating ourselves at least 8 to 10 glasses of water per day. We need to make sure we're eating good foods. Garbage goes in, garbage is going to come out. Have you ever eaten a really deep fried meal and then afterwards you just feel gross? I know I have, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying never eat those foods because we all want to have a cheat day someday. But what I am saying is that we've got to make sure that on a regular, we're eating whole foods. We're having a lot of fruits and vegetables. We're eating things that are going to help maintain good health. Because when we feel good, we do good. And then sleep. We got to make sure we're sleeping because it's when we're sleeping that the brain is getting rid of all the toxins that have come into it throughout the day. It's getting rid of the thoughts that we don't need or want. And unfortunately, when we don't get enough sleep, then our brain doesn't clear all that stuff off, and then we get that brain fog. Then we're not feeling well. Then we're not as patient as we could be. We're not able to think clearly. And we need to be able to do all of those things if we're going to be able to manage our behaviors. So it's really important that we get enough sleep. And then number 4, take a time out. And time out means getting exercise, going to yoga, going for a walk, gardening, doing whatever you need to do to remain calm, to relax. Why? Because it's during those times where the mind is able to recharge. We can't just keep going, and not spend some time to recharge, because eventually if we keep on going like that, we're just going to break down. So we've got to be able to take time to recharge. According to research, it says that when we do take that time to recharge, it strengthens areas in our brain that are responsible for good decision making, responsible for planning, organization, and rational thinking. All things that we need in order to be able to self-manage. And then number 5, smile and laugh. You will often see me smiling. One of the reasons is because I'm nervous, and it's a natural thing when I'm nervous to smile, which is good because when we smile, what happens is our brain believes, oh, they're happy, right? Because the nerves and the muscles, when we do this, it sends a message to our brain and it believes that we're happy. And then it releases serotonin and endorphins, which are happy feeling, happy hormones, happy stuff to make us feel good, right? And so when we feel good, and I say this over and over and over and over again, when we feel good, we do good. All right. So 5 ways to help in self-management: breathe, deep breaths, manage that inner critic, sleep, eat, drink, right? Sleep, eat, drink, not alcohol, water. Take a time out. Take some time for yourself to recharge those batteries and smile and laugh. You totally got this. You can do this. I believe in you. And these are going to help you on your journey to effective self management. All right? You got this. Slay your day.